Today is a huge day for precious metals. We are seeing price drops across the board. This could be a great opportunity, and this is big news for silver. This is your silver price update. Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. We're going to start off right here at silver price. As you can see, it is down over 50 cents at the moment, down 2.29%, sitting at $22.30. Now, what's interesting is we are down from our recent high of $22.69. So it seems like a big drop. However, if you go back to February 7th, silver was at $22.19. So we're still higher than that. But the big news is actually for gold. Check this out. Gold is down considerably today. We are nearing that psychological $2,000 an ounce. And if gold goes below 2,000, it could really fall off a cliff from there. So keep an eye on gold. It is the lowest it has been all year. This year in 2024, we have not seen gold dip below $2,000 an ounce, not even for a moment. So this is definitely breaking news for precious metals. Something else interesting going on, if we take a look at platinum, we can see platinum is sitting at $881 an ounce at the moment, which in itself is not that interesting. However, when we look at palladium is sitting at $895 an ounce. Just a few dollars separate platinum and palladium at the moment. And palladium is falling faster than platinum. We can see it's down almost 3%. Platinum is down 1.85%. So this is crazy. I mean, I feel like palladium's just going to keep on moving down, and it could become a really good buy here in the next few weeks, next few years. Definitely something to keep an eye on. Let's take a look at the gold-silver ratio. We can see today it is moving up. Whenever the gold-silver ratio moves up, this means silver is becoming a better buy. It is better to stack silver today than it was yesterday when we look at it as a ratio to gold, because it's becoming more undervalued as compared to gold. It is a better buy. So currently it's sitting at 89.78. So definitely something to keep an eye on here as well. Okay, what's the deal? Why are precious metals dropping right now? Well, the first thing we got to look at is the US dollar index. Is it moving up? You can bet your bottom dollar that the US dollar is moving up considerably today. This is no surprise, right? I've showed in my last few price updates, whenever we see silver tanking, gold tanking, and then we look at the dollar, usually the dollar is moving up. Precious metals, a lot of the time, do the opposite thing as the dollar. So the question becomes, why is the dollar moving up? And there's a little breaking news right here, which is probably a hint. We'll look at that in a second. But I do want to point out, if we look at year to date, this is the highest the dollar has been all year. So the dollar is very strong. And of course, when we're looking at the US dollar index, this is weighing the dollar against a basket of other currencies. Here is a quick look at the chart. So these are the 6 currencies that the dollar is weighted against. The biggest one being the euro. Then of course we got Japanese yen, British pound, Canadian dollar, Swedish krona, and Swiss franc. So when the dollar is moving up, it's going up in comparison to these other currencies. So something is happening to the dollar to make it appear, or certainly be, more powerful. It has more weight. It is more valuable compared to all of these other currencies. So what is happening to make the dollar go up? If we go to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, we can find the answer here. So there was this news report released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern today, and this is exactly when we saw the dollar go up and metals start going down. It's the Consumer Price Index for January. So this is inflation. What is inflation doing for last month. So if we just read it right here, the consumer price index for all urban consumers increased 0.3% in January on a seasonally adjusted basis after rising 0.2% in December. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. Over the last 12 months, the all items index increased 3.1% before seasonal adjustment. So this is the number right here that we're looking at, 3.1%. That is what they are saying inflation was in January. So it's obviously above that 2% goal, right? They want it to be 2%. It's sitting at 3.1%. So we still are having inflation that is worse than they had hoped. Now, here's the big thing. Economists had predicted that for January, this report was going to say 2.9%. So this is worse than they had predicted. So because inflation is worse than they thought, this is basically signaling to the Fed, you better not do those rate cuts, right? Because the whole reason they were going to do the rate cuts to begin with was because inflation wasn't that bad and they could do the rate cuts. And that's why we thought silver and gold were going to go up and the dollar was going to go down. But it's looking like that is getting pushed even farther out. Just to show you what I mean, over here at the FedWatch tool, we can see for March, they're saying 91.5% chance that rates do not go down at the next meeting in March. So we're probably not going to get a rate cut in March, which is really unfortunate. At the start of the year, they were saying it was almost a certainty we were going to get a rate cut in March. Now it's not happening. Fast forward to May. Well, just a few days ago, they were saying there's about a 50% chance, maybe even greater, that we're going to get that rate cut in May. Now they're saying 61% chance that we don't get the rate cut in May. So it might not even happen in May of this year. You got to go all the way to June before they're saying, all right, we're probably going to get the rate cut in June. So this is what they're predicting now. 21.5% chance that rates stay the same. I mean, I would not be surprised if more data comes out and this number goes up and they're like, oh, it's going to be July before the rate cut. I mean, the way things are going, it certainly is possible we could see that happen. Obviously, things could reverse and they could do a rate cut in May. We just don't know. But the bottom line is, whenever they start dropping rates, that's when precious metals are going to likely start going up. So if you want to get a position in gold, if you want to get a position in silver, you should do it before that time. I mean, the clock is ticking, and with the dip today, it's a great time to be looking at precious metals. If you missed my last video on how to stack silver faster, make sure to check it out. There's a link on your screen. Just click on that or click the link down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.